So I woke up at about 2 o'clock this morning with severe vertigo. I had a really hard time falling back to sleep, and I still got a little bit of the two-axis spin going on at the same time, so I feel like everything is moving this way and this way at the same time. So I'm kind of on self-imposed bed rest. Yeah. Maybe I have a little sinus congestion or some, I don't know, ear infection that I'm not aware of yet. Sometimes my balance takes a hit before I have ear pain or get stuffy. Like, it just gets that eustachian tube pressure before I feel any other symptoms. I hope that's not what it is. We're having hot chocolate and peanut butter toast for breakfast this morning. I don't have hot chocolate powder, so I make up my own concoction. I've got cocoa powder, Nestle everyday milk powder, a little sugar, and a little salt in my mix. I like to just mix directly in the pan. Washing machine is done. And we don't have a toaster because I don't have the room for a million electrical appliances. So I just put my non-stick tawa on low heat and let this toast naturally. Because I've used dairy whitener, I just add a little bit of water at a time. It makes a paste, and then the more water that you add to it, it just gets thinner and thinner until you get the consistency that you want. I've added about 1 1/4 cups, I think, of water now, and this is about what I want. When it boils, all the sugar will dissolve. I'm fully handheld this morning, not even a microphone, because I just don't have the mental bandwidth to keep track of everything. And breakfast is just super simple because vertigo is not knife safe or really even kitchen stove safe. So my dizziness has turned into a full-blown vestibular migraine, so now I need some oral hydration salts. We get these World Health Organization formulated electrolyte sachets. You just mix it with 1,000 milliliters or a liter of water. Mixy. Looks like the sodium is stuck at the bottom. Looks like I'm spilling a little bit. You can go to any medical shop in India and buy these electrolyte packets and a liter of water. You just rip the corner off, pour it into the bottle, give it a good shake, and it's ready to drink. I like this. It's more convenient than Powerade or Gatorade. You don't have to deal with all the extra plastic bottles also. There's only electrolytes and a little bit of glucose because your intestines require glucose to absorb sodium. So it has a little bit of a sweet taste to go with the salt. I actually like this better than Gatorade. And as you can see, it's completely clear. There's none of that hydrogenated oil. It looks like some of the salts and glucose are still suspended. I don't think I would have noticed that if I hadn't held it up to the light. But it's really important to stay hydrated when you have a migraine. I'm getting a little desperate to get rid of this migraine. I had a crash out nap, but it's still there. So I've got this. It's like a skin tightener, RF frequency. It gives a little electrical shock. It has LED lights and a little heat. But the electrical stimulus, I can't run this dry because the electrode will overheat, but I'll turn it on. and show that the LED changes color. Anyway, so it requires water for you to use it, so I'm just gonna use some facial mist hair. I just refrigerated rose water with some hyaluronic acid and glycerin. Just press to turn on. LEDs change color. I gotta turn the intensity down. Woo! Yeah. There we go. This side of my face. That's the side where I've got the headache. There you go. You can see it's giving me a little bit of a twitch. Okay, it gets really hot, so you have to keep it hydrated. It stops conducting electricity or gliding over the skin if it gets dry. I don't know if you can see. I can feel those. I don't think that it makes enough of a contraction that you guys can see it at all. It does a little pulse mode that intensifies. I've got it on the lowest setting. Let's see. I'll like rake up the levels, see if maybe. Nah, I don't think you guys can see it at all. Just gives me a little bit of a massage here also. It feels really good. So yeah, if you guys have migraine problems, you want to try and short circuit the overstimulus that happens, you know, you could try this as a temple and forehead massage. Oh, that's feeling really good here along my hairline. I got this in the US because I had a friend that worked for a cosmetics company, and they were testing out all of the facial massagers to see which ones got the best result with their products. And it's gotten really old. Like the seal has started to crack, and because this requires water for working, I don't know if you can see that. So the seal is cracking. I might have to buy a replacement here in India. I think this particular model, when it was given to me, it cost about $55 US. If I have to buy this in Indian rupees, this is not a cheap replacement by any means. Not looking forward to that. My husband thinks that if I have a change of scene and we go outside, that it'll improve my mood and make my headache go away. So I'm preparing for the overstimulation. I got my earbuds, or earplugs, or whatever you want to call these things. These are prescription glasses with the snap-on lenses. Magnetic.
We've come to the petrol station, and there's actually petrol at this one. We had to go about 5 kilometers away from our house, and we made it on our empty light, but we're here, and it's probably going to take about 25 minutes to make it through the line, so I'm standing over to the side. I swear we have the worst luck. We were just informed that the tank that we're in line for the pump for is empty, but the petrol truck is here to refill the tank. It'll just take 30 minutes for them to fill the tank that's under the pump we're waiting in line for.
I have a friend. Okay, maybe I don't have a friend. He was giving me nose boops. Okay. We're hitting the nose boops again. Isn't he a happy dog? We passed DMart on the way home, so we picked up some fresh baked pizza. Literally order at the counter and walk away. We're all about the pizza sprinkler at my house. Oops, I don't think you can see that. Oregano. They give these for free with your pizza.
Some red chili flakes. It's actually pretty good sized pizza. I think it's an 8-incher. They have nice and fluffy dough or crust or whatever. They use high quality cheese. The seasoning on the paneer is really good. I love this paprika. In Asia, paprika is not made from red capsicum. It's actually these red chili peppers, these long red chili peppers. I'm actually really hungry, I just realized. Okay, so maybe my husband was right. I do feel better. Like, my migraine's still hanging out, but we're probably like a 5 on 10 instead of an 8 on 10. So I don't know if it was the electrolytes or the change of scenery or just getting out of the house and having some fresh air, but I do feel a little bit better.